I must go on, but this is a fast-moving show. The runners and riders for the big race, the Boyle Sports Champion Chase. €200,000 in total prize money. 1, Bailey Green, Mark Enright. 2, Clarkham, Brian Cooper. 3 is an absentee, Fleming Star. 4, God's Own is the mount of Paddy Brennan. 5, Simonsig for Barry Geraghty in the colours of Ronnie Bartlett. 6, Special Tiara, running for Tremor trainer Henry de Bromett. Noel Feely aboard. 7, Twin Light, Paul Tonnant. And 8, last but by no means least, the magnificent Vautour, steered by Ruby Walsh, Tom Lee. He's long odds on favourite. We saw what happened to York Hill.
Yes, but on ratings and all-known form, surely if he stands up he wins Vautour. He's a superstar, 176 rated, and we've seen the virtuoso displays he's produced at the last 2 Cheltenham festivals, and yet he could be even better down in trip. So, yeah, of course they're the odd pitfall, but, you know, he's just a superstar, and what a lucky, lucky man owns him. It's Rich Ritchie. He's going to talk to us now.
Yes, always an absolute pleasure to talk to this man beside me, Rich Ritchie. And of course, Vautour back here again. Wonderful to see him. He's over 2 miles this time for the first time over fences. My goodness, you've had a roller coaster with this fella, Rich.
We have. It was a great season up until sort of Cheltenham when we made the switch, and that was disappointing, but he ran extraordinarily well. And then falling at Aintree, but getting up to kind of win the race without anybody on his back
Yes.
was extraordinary. He's a hell of a horse. He looks brilliant. I just hope he's not too flat today.
And it was an unusual sort of mistake for him to make. I mean, your heart must have been absolutely in your mouth.
I didn't watch it. I've only seen the replay. But, yeah, he sort of slithered, didn't he? And he was jumping so well before that. It's really uncharacteristic. So I'm hoping he puts it behind him. He's schooled well since, so fingers crossed here he does the business. It'll be a good race now. There's no mugs in this race. I'm sure Special Tiara will tear off in front, and hopefully we can hang on to his coattails and see where we get to.
And wonderful to have Ruby back. He's just unbelievable to make such a quick return.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? These guys are nuts. I mean, I couldn't deal with it, but it's extraordinary, and he seems in great form. So hopefully he's all right, the horse is all right, and we put up a good show.
Yeah. Busy week ahead, of course. You're Duvan and Vroom Vroom Mag back on Thursday, both in good form.
Yeah, everybody seems to be in good form. I'm looking forward to seeing Duvan run, and we didn't declare Vroom Vroom for Thursday. She's got options later in the week, so we'll see what happens there. But no, they're both in good nick, and should be a good week.
It's going to be a fantastic week. Best of luck in this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rich.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you again. Thanks.
Fascinating, isn't it? Davy Russell has come to join us for this race. Davy, Vautour, we know a good bit about him. I mean, all the talent. How good a thing is he here?
Well, as they all say, there's no such thing really as a good thing, Robert. There's plenty of things could go against him. You know, they're going to go very quick.
Are you worried about him going right-handed?
Yeah, you'd have a slight worry, but you know, over a further distance, maybe not as much. You mightn't be losing as much ground, but over 2 miles, going very quick. And if he does tend to jump a bit left, it could catch him out, especially around here, because you have to turn. You're turning 3 or 4 times. You know, okay, if it was in a straight line down the back, or if it was Leopardstown or somewhere like that, galloping in straight lines wouldn't be as severe. But maybe around here, it could inconvenience him, as we saw.
Would you think they get him out of his comfort zone here now?
Yeah, they could, because well, Ruby's not going to let him get out of his comfort zone anyway.
No, but I know that. But
they are going to go quick now.
Yeah.
There's Mouse's horse goes quick. Henry de Bromett's horse goes a real good gallop. You know, they're not going to hang around, and he'd want to have plenty of pace. You know, they're going to test him.
Ted, why did he fall at Aintree?
I think he just got in too deep. When you're around the bend past the stands there, as I said to Davy, horses just sort of maybe don't concentrate maybe as much as they could. Now, he jumped, he's super. You think he was never going to fall. But as he rounds the bend, he looks perfect, but he just got in too deep, and his defence is running a little bit. Davy had explained it better. Is running way a little bit from you, and he just got too much momentum and tips over, that's all.
Yeah, I'd say Ruby was just on a forward stride. You'll see it here now. He was going forward, and look up. Ruby was wanting to go forward off the bend, and he just got in tight. And it's a flat track around the entry, and them fences run away from you a little bit. You can't afford to do them things.
One man got killed at that fence a couple of years ago. Well, a good few years ago.
Yeah.
There is Special Tiara and Noel Feely, and this is a front runner who responds to challenges, and that's the type of horse you want. I think he's a big player, Davy.
He is for sure, and it'll probably be one of the, you know, Cheltenham was good ground, and this is good ground. He enjoys nice ground, so he's going to run a big race here today.
Especially if Vautour is the horse that we think he is, he should be Special Tiara.
He should, for right, but you'd be going in contrast. You see, God's Own wants to go right-handed, and he's going to be at an advantage going right-handed here, whereas Vautour is probably better going left-handed. You see the difference where God's Own done it in entry. He jumped a bit right, if you remember, and he won. So he might be a bit capable of getting away with it. He's a class horse.
We haven't spoken about Simonsig. Now, once upon a time, Simonsig was the bee's knees.
Yeah, look, all through his younger career, a novice hurdler, novice chaser, as a bumper horse, he looks an exceptional horse, and he just got injured. And we were speaking about the bit he has in his mouth. Obviously, he's quite keen, and it's a citation they have on him. They had it on My Tender Yours, Ted, didn't they?
That's right.
And as Ted was saying, we were speaking about it earlier, you know, you have a good man on his back, he'll make use of the citation, and to be interested to see he's fresh, and you know, Nicky's a good man to run them horses fresh.
He must, Ted, I mean, he must be a very hard horse to train there. Here he is. Now, this is him three years ago. This is him winning.
And Bailey Green in second behind him, another one that takes him on again today.
This wasn't Simonsig at his best. He won the Arkle on this day, but he wasn't at his best this day. Now I saw him win.
The ground was a bit slow from that day.
I saw him win a few novice chases earlier on. I thought he was some horse, and I saw him as a hurl horse. Now he won here today, but I mean, Bailey Green put it right up to him.
Bailey Green is no slow either, you know, to be fair, and Mouse's horses are in red hot shape, but I suppose his recent form figures wouldn't add up.
Funny enough, I mean, he ran a really cheery race last time, I thought, Bailey Green at Cheltenham, but he's hard to win with. There's God's Own, who we've talked about, and Paddy Brennan.
A marvellous horse for Tom George, God's Own. He's a good horse by Oscar, and he has a tendency to go right, so he should be at an advantage going around here today.
And he won here 2 years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, and beat me here in a Grade 1 novice.
Yeah.
God, but in fairness to Vautour, if Vautour jumps these fences quick enough, I mean, he won a Supreme Novices over hurdles at 2 miles, and people were talking about it. Maybe he's a champion hurdle horse before he went over fences. They're a great fence here as well, unless he does something silly, which they can all do. I mean, we saw Undasu the other day at Sandown.
Runners gathering down at the start. Paul Town and Twin Lights rider. Twin Light winner of a Grade 1 steeplechase at Leopardstown a couple of seasons ago. Just below Grade 1 standard, you'd have to say now, and Clarkham, another we didn't really get a look at. We loved the distance and the ground. But 7 good ones, and a fascinating renewal of this Boyle Sports sponsored champion steeplechase. Here's Andy.
Everybody is here down at the start of the 2 mile Boyle Sports Champion Chase, and you can feel the anticipation getting going here. These horses, there's a lot of them keen runners, and they're all very excited themselves. This is the 2 mile start at the back of the last fence. There's a good few of these came down very keen, most notably the one you see in front of you, Special Tiara. He's got a cross noseband on there to help No Feely out. He came down quite keen, and you know, this is the kind of race, if you are a jockey, this is the kind of race you'll be very excited riding in. They're going to go absolutely helter-skelter here. Looking back up the track, you can see a good big long run to the first fence, an uphill run, so that'll be lovely to ride. They're going to go absolutely flat to the mat. Noel is lining up, as you'd expect, very handy on Special Tiara. This lad is quite keen, but he's an absolutely brilliant jumper, so keep an eye on him. But the others aren't going to let him go. 2 minutes to go. Joe Banahan, the starter, has informed the jockeys, and there's plenty going to line up with Special Tiara. They're not going to leave him off. Mark Enright on his inside, who's just back from breaking a knuckle, just got past fit to ride for the week. He's on his inside on Bailey Green, who's another keen runner. Outside him, Ruby Walsh looking to line up very handy on Vautour. In Punchestown, in Cheltenham, he was jumping very well, almost into the backs of horses. Looks like Ruby's going to line him up good and handy with a bit of light. And outside him again is Clarkham, you can see, fitted with blinkers and a tongue tight. So this is going to be very exciting, and I'm sure they're going to go a fierce gallop from the word go. Others like God's Own tends to run a little keen as well. Paddy Brennan dropping him in behind the front bunch down the inner. Twin Light and Paul Townend outside him, and Barry Geraghty on Simonsig. He's also another keen runner. Barry going to select to drop him in and get him settled as best he can.
Down here on the rails, bookmakers calling 4-9 about the odds-on favourite Vautour. You can take 1-2 in places. Special Tiara next in, and some bookmakers here on the rails are offering betting without the favourite, in which Special Tiara, the 5-4 favourite. If there's a horse for money, it's Simonsig, the comeback kid, seen once since that Arkle success of 2013. High class on his day. He was double-figure prices overnight. 13-2 the price. Simonsig here in the ring.
Not long now. Beginning to look a little busy. Tony O'Hare.
Special Tiara is first away, as expected, with Clarkham on the outside, Vautour alongside him, Bailey Green the inside, then God's Own and the grey Simonsig, and Twin Light as the back marker of the 7 as they head up towards the first of 11 fences. And Special Tiara and Noel Feely out in front by 4 to 5 lengths, followed in second by Vautour. On the right of the picture is Clarkham in the blinkers, then God's Own. Left in the green and orange is Bailey Green as they rise to the first. Special Tiara is over from Vautour and God's Own, then Bailey Green and Clarkham, Simonsig, and Twin Light brings up the rear as they turn now and go towards fence number 2. Special Tiara strides along about 5 lengths clear of God's Own. Vautour is in third place, and behind these Bailey Green on the inside. They're followed over it by Simonsig and Clarkham, and the back marker is Twin Light as they race downhill towards fences 3 and 4, and Special Tiara leads them in the Boyle Sports Champion Chase, followed in second place by God's Own. Vautour in the pink colours in third, then comes Bailey Green. Clarkham next on the outside of the grey Simonsig, and Twin Light the back marker. This is fence number 3. Special Tiara from God's Own, who won the race at Aintree, in which Vautour fell. They're followed by Bailey Green and then Simonsig and Clarkham. So they come up now towards fence number 4. Special Tiara is the leader. God's Own is second. Vautour jumps it nicely in third. Then Bailey Green and Simonsig, and Clarkham is last but one ahead of Twin Light as they meet the first of the 3 fences down the back straight. And Special Tiara, Noel Feely in the lead by almost 5 lengths to Vautour, who's moved up on the outside. As they come to the first down the back, God's Own is third at the first. Down the far side, Special Tiara from Vautour and God's Own, and Simonsig and Bailey Green and Clarkham, and Twin Light remains the back marker. At the middle fence in the back straight, Special Tiara over from Vautour in second. Then in third spot is God's Own, then the great Simonsig, followed by Bailey Green, Clarkham, and Twin Light brings up the rear. Going to the last fence on the far side, Special Tiara takes it ahead of Vautour in second, God's Own close in third, Simonsig a few lengths back, then Clarkham, and then Bailey Green ridden along, and Twin Light in rear as they leave the back straight with another 4 fences to jump. And Special Tiara continues to lead them from Vautour and God's Own, who race together, a gap of 4 lengths or so to Simonsig and then Clarkham as they come towards the 4th last now in the champion chase. Special Tiara, Vautour on the right, God's Own towards the inside, then Simonsig, and they're followed by Clarkham. Bailey Green is dropped right out. Special Tiara, Vautour, God's Own all jump it well, Simonsig in pursuit, then Clarkham, Twin Light. Bailey Green has been pulled up as they come down now towards the 3rd last fence, and the leader is Special Tiara from Vautour. God's Own is in third. Special Tiara, Vautour over in second, God's Own, Simonsig as they run the turn now into the straight. And it's Special Tiara, Vautour closing right up now to join for the lead, and then God's Own. Simonsig is making progress. Twin Light behind them, and they've left Clarkham behind as they come down towards the 2nd last fence now, and Vautour on the right. In the middle, Special Tiara, God's Own on the far side at the 2nd last now, and over it's God's Own on the far side. Vautour's under pressure. Simonsig is coming there. Special Tiara drops back. 1 fence left to jump. God's Own from Simonsig. Vautour back in third. At the last, it's God's Own, the leader, over. Followed in second by Simonsig, putting in a big effort. Vautour is held in third. It's a race up towards the line. It's God's Own. Vautour beginning to fly now, but it's going to be too late. God's Own wins the Boyle Sports Champion Chase. Vautour is second, Simonsig third. Clear of Twin Light, Clarkham, and long-time leader Special Tiara is last of the 6 finishers.
The Boyle Sports Champion Chase goes to the Oscar gelding God's Own, trained in England by Tom George, the mount of Paddy Brennan. Your frictions, Davy and Ted?
Yeah, but sure, look, we said it beforehand, God's Own was at an advantage going right-handed, and probably Vautour maybe at a disadvantage, but he didn't jump left as what he used to.
No, he looked like he had Special Tiara taken care of there, but as soon as they jumped the second, straighten up here now, you'd know that Ruby was starting to niggle, change his hands on him. Paddy Brennan is going nicely down on the inside in the blue, and he needed a good lep here, but he got under the second last little bit. To me, he looked like he's crying out for a trip here. He jumped and stayed at it well, jumped at well, and he drifts a little bit. Ruby gives him a couple of cracks with his left hand. He drifts in behind God's Own and rallies well. Simonsig has run a good race, but to Vautour's credit, he's run well. He just wasn't quick enough.
No, and I tell you, to be fair, I had Paddy spotted a long ways out. I think Paddy gave us the winner got a brilliant peach of a ride. Yeah. And to me, he was a danger the whole way. A good Galway man, spent his trade with early days with Jim Bulger, and now he's in England. He's in England 10 or 15 years. He's a great rider, Paddy Brennan. That horse has been very good to Tom George now. He's done it. He's a credit to him, to be fair.
He won a good second on an Arca last year, came back here and won the good chase, won at Liverpool and won here again. I thought Vautour had more class when Ruby stepped him up to go. I thought he'd quicken up, but he just kept going.
If he had to go out and ride the race again, would he make more use of him?
Well, I don't know that now. You couldn't take it off as Special Tiara was going along in front. He was going as fast as he wanted to be going. You can't get a horse out of their comfort zone.
No, if he'd been in closer, he'd have been off the bridle, and if he was off the bridle going down the back, he definitely wouldn't have finished second anyway, that's for sure. Yeah. I just think he probably wants further, and it's in his form that he wants further. He's a better horse over further, and still a credible run. But I think Terry Ryan blowing my glass had this fella point of pint to them, another point of pint winner.
We'll be coming back to more reflections, but Robert Hall has the winning trainer, Tom George.
Tom George, many congratulations. What a win.
Yeah, obviously so excited, and big thank you to all the people at home. John Cunningham, my head lad, he's done a great job, and Sherry Ann Derrick, who rides him every day, and obviously Paddy has steered him today.
He's some horse, isn't he? I mean, it tells you that Aintree was no fluke at all.
Far from it. We always knew he was going to be 7 or 8 pound better going right-handed. He won his Grade 1 here as a novice, and he's shown everyone today he's a proper horse.
I was going to say, you enjoy coming here?
Very much so. He gave us a great day here before, and he was always going to be better going right-handed, but we couldn't get too buoyant before the race, but obviously delighted.
And Tom, is it summer holidays now?
Yeah, I would say so. He's run at 3 festivals, and this is a big day for him.
Go and greet your winner.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, Paddy Brennan coming back in, as Davy said. Man from the west of Ireland, but a top flight jockey, Davy Russell.
He's one of the best. He's spent his trade over in England there. He's riding with some very good riders and riding bang up there with them all. I worked with Paddy blowing Jim Bulgers for a couple of years. He rode in the flat, and he's rode a lot of top winners, a lot of big winners. He won a Gold Cup, and now he's won a Boyle Sports Champion Chase in Punchestown. He's plenty of age in him now. He's 34 or 5 years of age, but he's a good rider, good pilot. And
getting a great reception from a great crowd here day one at Punchestown. He wasn't the favourite, God's Own, but he was a working man's price as well.
Yeah, but a credit to the people here. They enjoy good racing, and
but especially the
finish. He was 4th or 5th. He was 5th. He wasn't in, because I see Twin Light was 4th, and Simonsig ran a good race to finish 3rd. Yeah. I think the winner deserved it. He's just the best horse of the day.
Especially with chance to go to Simonsig. He ran a real race, rich full of promise, didn't he?
Oh yeah, sure. He was a high class horse. Just probably injuries probably held him up a little bit, and Nicky Henderson's a marvellous trainer. He's done a